Sedano. Braun Levy and his family had just moved to Manhattan Beach after losing their home in the Palisades fire. NBC4's Alex Rozier joins us live from downtown L.A., where Braun's mother is pushing for stricter laws against drunk driving. Alex.
And Kathy, the district attorney today says that the driver who killed Braun Levy is facing a murder charge and a charge for gross vehicular manslaughter. But the DA today spoke of the charges, and Braun's mom also spoke of the need for tougher DUI laws in the state of California. 7 months after the death of 18-year-old Braun Levy, you can hear his mom's heartbreak.
Our family has been shattered, ripped apart, and left to pick up the pieces and keep on living without Braun, who we all loved with every cell in our body.
In May, police say a DUI driver killed Braun, an 18-year-old tennis player from Loyola High School. The crash happened in Manhattan Beach, where Braun's family moved after they lost their home in the Palisades fire.
He was taken from us.
His mom, Jennifer, spoke on the same day the district attorney announced charges against the driver.
Janaea Rochelle Belt has been charged with the murder of Braun Levy.
DA Nathan Hockman says Janaea Belt is also facing a charge for gross vehicular manslaughter.
When we obtain, as we do expect, that unanimous verdict, Ms. Belt will be looking at life imprisonment as a maximum sentence.
Braun's mom says their lives have changed forever.
The feeling, the sight, the smell of identifying our son's body will never leave my mind, body, or soul. So I will not be silent.
That's why she also joined the district attorney today in pushing for tougher DUI laws in California. The DA says the current laws are weak.
If you go ahead and you have a DUI, you're drunk behind the wheel, and you run into someone, you break their legs, that's considered a violent felony, and you will serve roughly 2/3 of your time in prison. But if you're actually drunk and you kill the person, under our state laws, that is not a violent felony.
California's current DUI laws are broken and weak. Please, California, save future victims and families from my preventable pain.
The DA also sent a message to anyone who may be celebrating the new year this week. He says that his office will aggressively go after drivers who make the choice to drink and drive. As for the Braun Levy case, right now Janaea Belt is in custody, held on $2 million bail. Her next court appearance is set for the middle of January, and it is that appearance where she will share whether she'll plead guilty or not guilty. We're live downtown. I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
Alex, thank you. And for a little more context here, the CHP will be on high alert for DUI drivers during their New Year's Eve maximum enforcement period, which begins on Wednesday. This weekend, the CHP released numbers from the agency's Christmas enforcement period. Statewide, officers made nearly 300 DUI arrests and more than 1,300 citations for speeding. 8 people were killed in crashes. An assault case has been dropped against a TikToker who was shot by an immigration agent. And today, NBC4 just obtained new video of that confrontation. A warning, though, it may be disturbing for you to watch.
Hey! Back right there! Hey!
This new body camera video captures a different perspective of the arrest. In October, ICE agents detained Carlitos Ricardo Parias after an immigration enforcement operation in South L.A. He goes by Richard L.A. on social media and is known for documenting ICE activity here in Southern California. Prosecutors say he drove his car back and forth, hitting law enforcement cars that had boxed him in. Parias was charged with assault on a federal officer, but over the weekend, a judge decided to drop the case because he was denied access to legal counsel during a critical period before his trial. He is still in custody, though, at the Adelanto ICE Processing Center because he's still facing federal immigration charges as well as deportation. Well, the threat is gone, and crews are now working on a permanent fix after a natural gas pipeline ruptured in Castaic. News Chopper 4 flew over the area this morning. Right now, crews are assessing the damage and developing repair plans for the pipeline. This is what it looked like Saturday when the line ruptured. The 5 was closed for hours, forcing a huge backup along the Grapevine. Those living as far as Granada Hills, Porter Ranch, Sylmar, even Beverly Hills reported smelling the gas. The cause is still under investigation, but SoCal Gas says there was significant land movement near the break, and a geologist has determined that was most likely the cause. The Santa Ana winds are roaring today, big time, and that's already an issue in parts of the valley. Trees came crashing down in Van Nuys this morning as the rain-soaked ground just couldn't support them anymore. Keenan Willard is in Porter Ranch, where those winds have people rethinking their outdoor plans. They are strong there, Keenan.
Yeah, Kathy, it's a battle to stand up straight here today. You can see some of the impacts here in Porter Ranch, including a street sign ripped off its hinges here on Porter Ranch Road. You can see the palm trees bending from the force of some of these gusts, and a lot of people doing everything they can to stay inside today.
Crazy. It's like a typhoon.
In Porter Ranch, strong winds slamming trees, flags, and trash cans, making it tough to navigate the day.
Cold. You can't really be out. You have to hold on to your hat and everything else because the wind can knock you down.
A high wind warning was declared for the western Santa Monica and San Gabriel Mountains for much of the day, along with a wind advisory for the San Fernando and Santa Clarita valleys. Strong winds were caught on camera in Anaheim and Rancho Cucamonga, even pulling a tree down onto a mobile home Sunday night in Simi Valley. And in Porter Ranch, NBC4 meteorologists say gusts have reached nearly 50 miles an hour today. Caltrans says these winds can be dangerous.
Safety is always our number one priority. We ask drivers to please be careful of high winds and be on the lookout for any flying debris.
Some people telling NBC4 they don't plan to stay outside for long.
It's very dangerous because the wind is not like the usual wind. You have to watch for yourself. You might get hit on the head sometimes, so just be careful when you're walking.
And when it comes to the weather this week in the valley and across LA, this is not the only concern. Rain is on the way. We talked to officials about the added danger it could cause, especially after last week's severe weather during Christmas. Kathy, back to you from Porter Ranch. Keenan Willard, NBC4 News.
Oh, yeah. If we had rain, you'd have to hold on to your umbrella. And Keenan, I see you have no hat. That would be tough to hold on to.
Yes, it
too.
would be tough.
Wind is crazy.
Oh, yes. And actually, I was just looking. We actually had some reports in some areas of the San Fernando Valley, including Chatsworth, of gusts over 70 miles an hour reported earlier this morning. So right now I want to go over the weather wall, and we're able to see some of the gusts right now. Right around 40 miles an hour in Santa Clarita, right around 36 mile per hour gusts being recorded right now there in Van Nuys. Right around 25 in Thousand Oaks, also gusting pretty good there in Oxnard. And that's not the only area. Also watching the Inland Empire, where we're looking at gusty winds right around 25 miles an hour. So once again, we have some wind advisories that do remain in effect at this time. As you see the areas covered in that tan, this is including the Santa Susana Mountains, the San Gabriel Mountains, Wrightwood, Inland Empire. So we are experiencing gusty winds, 45, even upwards of 60 miles an hour. Also, as we head into tomorrow, today will be peak day. Tomorrow's still going to be gusting pretty good. Just a reminder, of course, the grounds are very saturated due to the recent rain. So it's not going to take a whole lot of wind to bring down trees. So that's another concern as we continue today and tomorrow. Satellite and radar, we do have this closed area of low pressure that is spinning just to the southwest. It's this first system that's going to move in as we head into New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, bringing us more wet weather. Stay tuned. We'll go over the timing of this coming up here shortly. For now, over to you, Kathy.
All right, meteorologist Stephanie Olmo, thank you so much. In other news right now, we have an update on that 500-pound bear that moved into a crawl space under a home in Altadena. We've been telling you